Okay, abusia be makwa ba sonko so ereba POG Media so abusia yembonra yensemu no ora hante amanfo after say you declare Ken Ofori ata wanted no sisi ano Samira Bawumia enso afine herself in hot water abusia enye asamketo akrasa Samira Bawumia efie bia chese yese wawia Ghana sika apeje esi wono orafo no aboeru aho a omode omonsa ato sa afie ni so a omoje sa afie ni na course Samira Bawumia oba aban mu no yehu na mobedi power 8 years a edan a yese wakukuru esiwa a esanso si state land sokra no enye asemketo akra Dr. Bawumia etese wa hye ne yire ne kutupa na omode awi aban ne ensem mmre no menko na yenkonkuti ensema ekoso na ansa na ebekono o ensem kan bi afa hye comment section like share ma afofron so ensa into me enkabi aha POG Media so bedama
the account. The foreign year no akwaji 2 billion. No akwaji koko loan 1.3 billion no the account. The foreign year no akwaji 3 billion. No akwaji enti wo kabomu a Eurobond bubriya. Koko syndicated loan bubriya. But Ghana ni asema ye bisa ne se sika bebrebe no. Edi ade ene de ye wo Ghana ha. Every year presidency no almost a sarcastic for every year no almost a sarcastic for our presidency. The last time we be catching me say what presidency one more Kasia just a ya package dear good baby 2022 2023 2021 every everyone come the qua somebody didn't in our quadia and ni beba home after so lose yano before election one more chance who said the best bet me a sino Kasia what presidency no don't be wie you know me wie akọ kakra aka ho no every year no mo import cars for fraud ba no mo team omo live that big life flashy lifestyle no wo Ghana ha na wo pia no abeka kire wo say ha sika ni ho we are in crisis. We are in crisis. Inti Ghana fonya enya botre. Ghana fonya botre. Ema ban no. Ghana fonya botre. Na President Akuffo Ken Ofori ata Dr. Bawumia. Me kai President Akuffo the last time I deliver as 8th Parliament said December mo asede State of the Nation's address no catch Ghana for say economy no e robust. Economy no ejina na so economy no ye. Ena Akuffo economy no ye. And 3 solid years, we creditors went to one city. We pia ka ediama wo predecessor. E ka and we pia ediama wo predecessor. Me say kebenya nanka Rollins star no military regime no and kianya bi nanka sa amena na almost spend $58 million no. Almost spearhead ye no Addo. Ne de oma kwagina ho. Na de beye wo mo ne anje wo mo. Yes. Sasta no kebenya nanka biesi amena na mu $58 million amena na wo matuo no because amena na ye fa nya hwe nanka ye wo mu agum ne akata wo mu so wo sa amena nim Africa na du baby a as a democracy kra amwa ye as a democracy amwa Ghana democracy nti abro krono de obi age o man ade so na aduri ya obi awini atake over wode hawo ni amane na ato ode ka na ato no so a oda wona no na ono no ne kuro no obebo wabo awie do ode na busu abenya wanya awie no akwakwatena ase no wada anugu so ameka say you can palampara no wa me se wa meminu nuo wadidi wada wa ba na num emfa no ho because before ne ten obe end no okoye interview ka che Ghana for say ono no okofia okotena ayi ni kuro mu akwadwe ne ho because enu 10 years no na bia won chance no woko and Ghana for a president John Dramani Mahama said baby Ken Ofori ata wo bia no oba be face prosecution baby Ken Egypt Former president Akwanwa who host ni Mubarak one day be on me cite example. Me hu pa. No ati ambulance mu. Ni ade na ekọ. No ade prison. Ni ade na ekọ. Na ati ayi hwiche mu. Ni ade na ekọ owuye. E wo se omo a wo madi wo man ni nya di wo man na bro no. E wo se wo man ni wo mu die because untimi meji wo man. O chenyini. Nana wabusuafo. Wan kasa wabusuafo. Hwe boni a wo madi Ghana. Hwe boni ya wo madi Ghana. Adehye. And then I keep on saying, say, Oko East na, Ashanti region crowd, you bet me, I can say, Asante in the crowd, will be free mensia, and a sabi, obedi Saman Bofu Samno Krana, who Ashanti region, Asante in the Sanadia. But go to Eastern region, land demarcation, almost a Tokromu baby, Kwanasu baby, and a Womoshe. Tokromu baby, oh, South Tokromu Hanomoshano, almost say they are the rightful owners of Ghana. Ain't no opportunity now, woman. By the time they are done with Ghana, no, naturally say Ghana dear, and your own property. Ain't under President Akuffo no, yes, say, Birmingham, and him fear woman see. Our Eastern region, one yasam ketwa, Chebi. Yes, see you can land no, almost be what Chebi. And to say, what na Ghana had no more. Na se wo defend can for reata ne president Akuffo abanya me say communicators ne de ya na I don't blame them because directly no oma benefit pa enya sem ketwa omo yesikafo yadefo so omo dwuma mawie ye enra lady ba akuyom communicators ba ko atwa ne ti me hu say social media all can say na Akuffo ado kura fira ban mu no ne hu ya ye fe no the last one hu na ado ne color ne hu ya ye no ba ye fe because wa mre en wa benya sika abenya asase de na wafa wa benya asase de e na wafa se de nipa bre ebobra na wonya sika e ya asase de na oban na obebe faaye eno a me wo ho na me si me redi adapade party baby na President Mahama ne special prosecutor ne attorney general ni amuye se ensisa ama judiciary mu a eye kenken kwa enkonkosi aga kwa me kwa kobo honorable Ricket Kwaku Hagan video we say somewhere 2023 and our class as in parliament e kwanya na kan ofori atanam so a obobosia te de na adwene ni fie bobosia ode o man ne bo bromosia sa honorable Kwaku Ricket.
I want to talk about today, Mr. Speaker, is to do with our debt. Ghana is being swallowed with debt, excessive debt, astronomical debt, Mr. Speaker, and we are not paying. We have unilaterally stopped paying our external debt. At the end of 2002, debt to GDP was over 100%, 102. Today, we are being told that our debt is nearly 600 billion. But, Mr. Speaker, the external component of our debt is not being paid. We haven't paid our external debt since December. And we are saying we have turned the corner. Which corner? You are not paying your debt and you said you've turned the corner. Mr. Speaker, this budget is not only empty, it's not only uninspiring, it is actually a dysfunctional and a distorted budget. Because the moment you put in your external debt, the servicing of your external debt here, everything in this budget changes. Your deficit will change because you will have to add about 40 billion of external debt servicing to it. Therefore, your deficit will be almost 100 billion. Your space, fiscal space will change. your growth will change, your inflation will change, your interest rate will change. Mr. Speaker, this is basically an economic garbage, this budget. It does not inspire anyone. There is nothing in here, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me tell you the external debt that we are not paying. Mr. Speaker, we owe the Chinese one. We owe the Paris Club 2 billion, which we are not paying. We owe the Paris Club 3.8 billion, which we are not paying. Mr. Speaker, we owe Templeton 2.5 billion, which we are not paying. Mr. Speaker, with multilateral debt, we owe 8.8. Ghana is not the highest when it comes to multilateral debt in Africa. We owe the most, 8.8 billion, and we are not paying. Mr. Speaker, Eurobond, which my friend mentioned, we owe Eurobond 14.9 billion, which we are not paying. The Eurobond that is due now, due in August, we haven't paid it. Mr. Speaker, we have done 17 Eurobond tranches in this country since we started doing Eurobond in President Akuffo's time. Mr. Speaker, from President Akuffo to President Mills to President Mahama, 16 years, we did 4 billion Eurobond. That's one of them. Mr. Speaker, under this government, we have done 12 tranches of Eurobond. 12! In 7 years, we did 4 in 16 years. Mr. Speaker, to a tune of $11 billion. This is how much we owe, and we are not paying. Mr. Speaker, let me give you a picture here. And what they've done, Mr. Speaker, this government intentionally did certain bond with the intention of never paying. And let me tell you why. Mr. Speaker, Eurobonds are usually done for a period of 10 to 15 years. That's why the Eurobond done on the Akuffo was done for 10 years, 750. NDC made provision for that bond to be paid. We paid 250 before we left office. The remaining 500, we have put money in the sinking fund to pay, which they used in paying this. The one that is due, they haven't paid. Mr. Speaker, they did Eurobond in 2018. May 2018. That Eurobond is supposed to basically expire in 2048. For 30 years. Instead of the 10, 15 years. Mr. Speaker, this is all the Eurobonds we've done in this country. 17. Mr. Speaker, in 2019, they did another Eurobond in some years. Mr. Speaker, in 2020, one of the tranches of Eurobond that we did matures in 2061. Mr. Speaker, that's for 41 years. Mr. Speaker, in 2021, they did an Eurobond in March 2021, which is supposed to mature in 2041. That's 20 years. Mr. Speaker, they know they won't be around to pay this. And that is the reason why they've started not actually paying. Mr. Speaker, this is the situation that we are in. We have been swallowed by debt. Swallowed by debt, yet we are not paying. Yet they have written a budget here. They say they've turned the corner. But at the same time, they say they are not out of the woods yet. Mr. Speaker, if you turn the corner in the woods, you are lost. That's what this budget is. This government is completely lost. They are incompetent, their performance is abysmal, and they won't listen. They have brought all of us here to this budget. Mr. Speaker, if this were to be a handing over note to the NDC, this is a very poor handing over note. This is the legacy of this government. This is what they are leaving behind. Mr. Speaker, you ask them what they use the money for.
Yenji and Brew 15 years, but under President Akuffo Ken Oforiata, Dr. Bawumia, Eurobond Wamuji started year from 2018, 30 years, 31 years, 30 years, 31 years. This is the case. A special prosecutor, I declare will be fugitive. I declare will be wanted. And not add the chain, you know. MPP for one more dear, young creating a young loot to yen share. Bonia can offer ya 30 good 30 years in Chirimaso. A good 35 years in Chirimaso. Almost TV in radio so. A defend because under this administration, you know, omo yesika for omo yade for akwasi akwa we and network kwatena radio station TV station be said $58 million na ya spend it our national cathedral no is worth it. Monto aba manyansani enye obi ade so kwatena radio na TV so akokan kwasi asem e na wo so to aba ma no kwasi akwa and not the no, the audacity. Say one a defend $58 million. Ya deity sink hole. National Cathedral or justify say it worth it. Sa amnano, sa kwasi adwuma taxpayers money. Loan na ya je e de gu Ghana for so no. Ya spend $58 million. Ya declare Ken Oforiata wanted no. Was say it's worth it. See ya best say $58 million. Taxpayers money edia to amna na paye tontom na hwe nkrofo or a member of parliament here or representing nkrofo e wo eastern region onimu nyansa mon kan kire ne seminar na ma se wo ye member of parliament wo ye panimu wo Ghana ha na se wutimi tina radio station na se wutimi justify $58 million edia to amna ye share blocks yen sit down do lentil yenya hwe na wo justify ya unnimu nyansa wo lack common sense unnimu nyansa because unnimu nyansa pass wo ye leader wo ye honorable member wo bia wa no obepa Ghana fo achew say ya ban e disappoint mu enti e pa mo chew unnimu nyansa say wo ye member of parliament wo kasa wo bepa Ghana fo achew on sha Ghana fo abufu wasum kanu de agu obi so kwadu America we yaji fum wontu me be ka kire betena ne TV so aka kire Ghana fo say ye MPP ya cantonment ni laboni aye say Europe because oba ha no so dia o mama ha so aye say Europe. The last time Miss Humi a video bi e was social media TikToker apartment e to so cantonment mu ho meta drive fa ho na enkrofo kasa Samira Bawumia dia emura nima no mo kasa ye ne dia but enipa ni
abusuan we ne ensema ekoso ewo political highway ne so eye Samira Bawumia ura enechese edine omonsa ato ni japade so na dan a wasisi a enye asem keto akra yensem mo mre beda masese moje pene kokoti sa audio we edi emai aha POG Media so political trending stories are make waves in so ya je atum se de bebremo beda masese